Welcome back, my fellow agents. It is I, X7, your host of Zenorama, the podcast of heroes and monsters. Also, the co host of GD Explanations. New episodes of that out every Monday or Tuesday. Today, it is Saturday, so it is Shaolin Saturday. We are going to talk about Jackie Chan's directorial debut. Yeah. And he wrote it, and it's a pretty good movie. It's a little undone, not by the fighting or the action, which is amazing, but just well, we'll discuss it. So, having said all that, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. What do you think about this movie? Have you watched the alleged sequel? I never have, but that was because it was cobbled together from outtakes of various movies, from what I understand. But let me know if I should watch it in the comments. And if you could, just watch a little bit longer. We'll try to zip through this because a lot of it's action scenes, a lot of it, but they're quite good. And Jackie's amazing. I mean, he really is amazing. He deserves all the accolades he might get ever in his life, and he deserves them. So, having said all that, let's roll. So, here's the Goodyear Movie Company. Apparently, they're not just making tires these days. The Fearless Hyena, and it is the Fearless Hyena, though most of them say just Fearless Hyena, the covers and everything, was released on February 17th, 1979 in Hong Kong and runs 97 minutes. Language is Cantonese. The box office was 2.9 million USD estimated. So, directed by Jackie Chan, written by Jackie Chan, starring Jackie Chan, cinematography, well, as we'll see. Let's just get through this here. We start out with people running through, and Jackie's name is misspelled, which is funny. So it is the sub. I do have some subtitles in here, but it's because, I just listened to the English one, and the English dub is different. So these aren't just dub titles, if you will. Off they go. They're being followed here by the what is Jen Tin Ha, who is not given as to who this is. So, I don't even know. Thanks, Wikipedia. You are no help whatsoever. And let's see. Yam Tin Fa, Yam Sai Kun, who's great, but he wants him to join up. Jackie Chan's a screenplay and fighting instructor. Uh, he is the Gentin or Yam Tin Fa is. Um, yeah, it's not even listed. So sorry, Yam, but he's a master of the Eagle Claw. He's a Ming man, so this is a Southern style Eagle Claw, of course, but it's supposed to be there. So there we go. He's killing people, and now we're introduced to Jackie and his grandfather. That's Jackie is Xing Lung, voiced by Tan Wing Hun, apparently in the Cantonese, which is a little unusual, and that is James Chen as Pang Pei, Jackie's grandfather. So he's teaching him, of course. I mean, he's been in. Oh, they don't even have Millionaire Express. Well, let's see. Dragon Tamers, Hand of Death, Fist of Fury. He was supposed to be, in Game of Death. He was in The Big Boss. So he's been around a minute. And he knows his stuff. He looks really good here. He's making Jackie practice his stance training. You see that the bamboo stick he's got there? Having trained in martial arts, Choi Li Fut, of course, Jackie's stance is, look at his toes, that's just me being pedantic, or his feet are not good. He's got a nice low horse stance, but his feet should be parallel to each other. So, yeah, he's right, and he just keeps hitting Jackie Chan, and I couldn't resist this because it's just a jump to the left and a step to the right. He makes Jackie hold that cup there because it's his favorite cup, but if he breaks it, he's in big trouble. And Jackie likes to gamble. He wins a bunch of money so he can buy good wine for his uncle or his grandfather. And then he beats up the Three Stooges here. I mean, literally does a look at this. And then there's, Curly there. But he throws him over and he lands on his. See, this little guy here, the big guy, lands on his friend here. And I really like the fisheye effect. You don't see that a lot in kung fu movies, at least not to my recollection. But he lands on his friend who's half buried, nearly buried in the ground, which is very funny. I thought that was a good visual gag. Squashed me to death, I must say. But Grandpa finds out he's been gambling, and now he's got to learning him some pole fighting. Um, and now he says, "Go get a job, you loser." So he goes to this guy who we recognize from both Eagle in the Eagle in the Snake in the Eagle Shadow, and of course Drunken Master. That's Dean Sheck as the unicorn seller, who's very funny and he's unscrupulous. Yes, he uses reused coffins, which I don't even want to think about. And he's in love with this coffin himself. That's a little weird. Jackie drops it on him and just kind of leaves him there. So apparently he died. We don't know. We never find it. We never see him again. So go figure. These guys want to get in, help. They want Jackie to get in on a scam, of course, which is with their leader there, who wants Jackie to be the five schools of great training hall, and it's the five animal Shaolin Kung Fu. They change it to the Xing Yi School, which is a mistake because that's the style they practice. This guy comes in, of course. Yeah, Jackie comes out dressed as a bum, and then with the Pink Panther theme playing now. This says the music is by Frankie Chan and Chen Shai Chi. I'm quite sure they did not write this particular theme. This print came from the Internet Archive. It's very enjoyable, great print, and there's a Blu-ray out, which for about $25 you can buy. We get some bench fighting, which is fun to see, and then Jackie is the janitor. Now they're all full of themselves, and then Chak Chung here shows up, and that is Rocky Chang, Willow Sword, Bar Tar. So I don't know, maybe they're getting a Mandarin dub or something. And Jackie's mercenary, or more Xing Lung is a mercenary, so he fights him. He's got a sword. He uses he's really good at his kung fu, but good enough to beat these regular losers, unfortunately. Grandpa's not feeling well. Jackie's bought him some wine. And now Jackie's dressed in drag. And actually, he's a very attractive woman, don't you think? So this guy here is a sex pest. That's what they call him. And he's after, yes, big hands, big feet, and he doesn't see it. So Jackie defeats him, and this guy is looking for his grandfather still. And this got plenty of money. So Jackie keeps beating people up here and there. Grandpa goes and finds him. And that's trouble because he's flaunting his kung fu, and he's not supposed to be, against the martial rules of the martial world. Only bad guys. So he sees Grandpa and tries to leave. There's some really funny bits in here. So then of course the old Yam shows up here, or Yen, or what do they call him here? Yeah, Yam Tin Fa shows up, and of course off he goes. Now this guy is the uncle who, the unicorn, but he's called something else here. That is Chan Hu Lao. Pardon me. Jackie's despondent and not paying attention. Tells these guys where his grandfather is. Off he goes, and they have a final battle here. Eagle Claw once again. And this is probably means success. If it's hung, that's one of the transliterations of it. So eight-legged Quillin. I have no idea what that's supposed to be, but that's the unicorn. So Jackie's all mad at the unicorn because he stopped him from saving his grandpa, and they would have killed him anyway. So Jen Tin Ha. Hua. Probably. So, yeah. This reminds me, I mean, the scene from The Mask of Zorro where Diego makes Alejandro so you can't even defeat an old man, a cripple. So he starts the training sequences, the training sequences, the training sequences. Now I leave this in here just because I remember watching this on the full screen video because you could buy them anywhere, especially when Jackie started getting world famous. And good God, he's ripped. Look at that. I mean, he's really pulling those. Those are probably really 100 pound bags of rice or whatever they're pulling, but holy, he's sweating. And I just remember thinking, geez. So now, the unicorn's pretty smart. So he says he makes him train and he makes him rest and he makes him eat. Does some, and all of this, there's no wires attached to Jackie here. He's doing all this himself. Uh, the unicorn is hitting him in the butt with his cane. And he tries to trick him, but gets tricked himself. Suddenly, Jackie sees, Yen, and off he goes. Tries to beat him, bites him even. But fortunately, the unicorn does that. Yeah, that's where I said that. And then they realize that that's who he might be, so off they go. And finally, he teaches Jackie the emotional kung fu that could have a 50% chance of defeating the white haired master. I don't know why this is called the Fearless Hyena. I've yet to figure that out because there's no hyenas in here. There's no hyena kung fu. I guess because he's laughing like a hyena. That's all I can see. This travels in the exact same pattern as Snake and the Eagle Shadow and Drunken Master, where he gets humiliated and has to train himself. He's a, devil may care sort of kid, and then he loses someone or he gets beat himself. It's pretty It's pretty routine. Pardon me, but Jackie is just amazing, and he once again his kung fu and his acrobatics and I like the way this is shot. His cinematographer is Chen Youngshi, pardon me, and it's just they're filmed outside. I don't even know where this was, shot. Does it say? Yeah, unusual. Yeah, chopsticks duel, which apparently was copied for Kung Fu Panda, but he's learning the emotional kung fu. But then the three henchmen show up and they're going to kill the unicorn, and Jackie shows up, and they've got these pola, sword they're like kwandos but smaller and they're foldable. So he fights them, and these guys are swinging these, and they're not killing each other. I'm sure they had to have hit each other while practicing, but it's just amazing. Look at this. And then they threaten to kill the unicorn, and he's like, I don't give a baking powder. So, and then they run and say, and then Yen just kills this guy, his own henchman. So the final battle begins. Now all this goes on, and there's no cutting away to other people watching or talking. There's a little bit here and there, but unfortunately, this is where the movie falls down a bit, is you don't get a breather. It just hammers you and hammers you. Like an Avengers movie, that first one where they just kept throwing more and more stuff and barely had time for a breather. You need to have breathing time. So that's the only fault I can find with this, because other than that, the fight's great. I mean, but it just kept going on. So, and I like this. He gives him a back kick there, which was really well done. The sound effect, and Jackie sells it to make it look like it is a killer, but he pretty much beats the teetotaling snot out of Jackie until he realizes what he needs to do and gets his chi built up, and there we go. So, and he uses his emotional kung fu to win, as I'm sure you're finding. The eagle claw doesn't work. Again, he's doing a Matrix thing there without CGI. And eat, well, I thought he might have been saying yeet, but since I'm of a certain vintage, yeet doesn't mean a thing to me. I don't get it. But there we go. We'll see, there's his eagle claw. That's got 4, but it's really just using the 2. I thought he was going to give him a pile driver here, which would have been fun, but he does this instead. He drops a fist and an elbow right onto a very, very tender area, and he's done. That's it. I don't know what this red spot is here. Jackie's like, I mean, he's got to be emotionally drained, and I'm sure he's starving, but he's defeated this mercenary for the government. And he's taken the unicorn with him now because he's taking care of him. Off they go. And that's the end of the movie. 97 minutes. It does fly by until the end, which, me, I love martial arts fight scenes and really good ones, but I think they needed to break it up just a tiny bit more than they did. And, it's his directorial debut, so I think we can give him a pass there. I'd grade this an A minus if I were grading it. But that's our movie for today. And tomorrow we are going to be talking about 2 short films because I have to record it here later on tonight with recording GD Explanations tomorrow. And so that's what this is. And I'm keeping Kinkiter, and we'll probably go over both of these particular series in the future. But until our next assignment, my fellow agents, this is X7 signing off and phasing out. Judo chop!
鬆了雙啊！哇，細佬做啦冇啊！
出嚟！
唔好啊，阿爺，燕子歸巢啊！
你唔出嚟係嘛？好，
盲佬挑巢！唔好啊！出唔好！出嚟！出就出啦！
喂，
年齡不能復生啊！你嘅戰後路咧？你爆起我嘅戰爭，我爆你度啊！行行正正，咩色色。
我看你像朵茉莉花，睇到我心亂如麻。
我看你人高馬又大，奴家心裏怕。
別怕，別怕，別怕，乖乖，給我親一下。好啦，咁我同你玩下。哇，咁多腳毛嘅。
腳毛多至夠性感。
縮頭蘑菇，縮頭蘑菇，縮頭蘑菇，縮頭蘑菇，縮頭蘑菇啊！喺呢度。味道。 Hãy subscribe cho kênh Ghiền Mì Gõ để không bỏ lỡ